In this series, we are discussing about the 24 important incarnations of Lord Vishnu, which is mentioned in Bhagavatha Purana. This is part 5. Today, we shall look at the 12th avatara of Lord Vishnu. This is known as Kurma Avatara, the turtle incarnation. The primary intent of this avatara was to provide pivotal support to mountain Mandhara during churning of ocean of milk. However, there is more to that story and is interconnected with various other stories as well. Let us go through it. The story starts at time when sage Durvasa happened to meet some celestial Vidyadhara ladies at a lake in heaven. Seeing the sage, they immediately came forward and paid their respects and offered him a unique garland made of Parijata flowers. Sage Durvasa happily accepted the offering and blessed them and walked away. On his way, he came across Devendra, king of Devas, who was on his elephant Airavatam. Upon seeing the sage, Indra got down and offered his prayers to the sage. Immensely pleased by the devotion of Indra, Durvasa gave the garland of Parijata flowers to him. Indra accepted it and casually placed it on the forehead of his elephant as he got ready to wear it. In the meantime, this highly fragrant garland attracted a lot of beetles and bees. The irritated elephant pulled down the garland and crushed it with his legs to kill the bees. Durvasa was enraged to see the casual attitude of Indra and Airavatam. So he cursed that Indra and his devas would be cast down from the position of dominion over the three worlds, just as the garland was cast down. Immediately, all the devas lost their vigor and came down to the state of aged humans. Indra begged for forgiveness, but Durvasa refused and walked away. The bereaved Devas approached Lord Brahma for help. Brahma took them to Lord Vishnu, who advised that the only way to come out of this curse is to get the divine nectar, Amrita, from the ocean of milk. For that, the ocean is to be churned, which is a colossal task that the Devas cannot perform alone. The Lord advised them to take help of the demons also, and they can use mountain Mandara as the churning rod and divine snake Vasugi as the rope for churning. The gods and demigods approached the demons for help in churning of the ocean of milk. The demons were very happy to share the nectar, since it will help them become immortal. Mount Mandara and Vasugi also agreed to help them as it was the wish of Lord Vishnu. So the Devas and demons together tried but failed to lift the mountain Mandara. As such, Lord Vishnu asked Garuda to lift the mountain with his claws and placed it in the ocean. Vasuki, who lives as an ornament on the neck of Lord Shiva, came down through Shiva's hands and grew big to be wound over the mountain Mandara. Thus, the churning of the ocean of milk had started. When the churning started, the Devas were holding the head side of Vasuki and demons on the tail side. However, the Devas could not tolerate the foul smell coming from Vasuki's mouth. They requested Lord Vishnu to change their side to the tail end. But Lord Vishnu asked them to wait so that the demons themselves will come with that proposal. As predicted by the Lord, soon the demons' ego started working, and they started to think that the Devas were at the head side because they were superior. This made them angry, and they told Lord Vishnu that they do not wish to hold the tail end. They mutually agreed to change positions, and thus Devas were saved from the foul smell. At this time, Vasuki started losing grip over Mount Mandara, and it started to sink down. Immediately, to everybody's surprise, the Supreme Lord Vishnu incarnated as a giant turtle and jumped into the ocean of milk. He supported Mount Mandara on the top of his strong shell. The Lord acted as a pivotal support, and it was easy for them to churn the ocean of milk. This is the great Kurma Avataram. The churning continued for some time. Seeing that both sides were tired, Lord Vishnu invisibly extended his hands to either side and helped them to churn the ocean. The first thing that arose from the ocean is the most poisonous halahalam from the surface of the water. In some other books, it is told the poison Kalakudam is vomited by Vasuki, but Bhagavatam Moolam says it is from the sea. If this poison fell on earth, it would cause complete destruction of the planet. The worried Devas and demons prayed to Lord Shiva to protect them. Lord Shiva told Parvati that it is his duty to protect his devotees, and he collected the poison in his hand and drank it. It is at this time that sage Narada gives the most powerful mantra Rama mantra to Lord Shiva for his protection. I shall explain this in detail in our coming series. Worried goddess Parvati tried to stop the poison going down Shiva's throat. The poison got frozen at the Lord's neck, and his neck became blue in color. That is why Shiva is known as Neelakantha. During this time, all celestial beings folded their hands and prayed for safety of Lord Shiva's life. This day is celebrated as Shiva Raatri. The second thing emerged out of the ocean is the divine cow Surabhi, Kamadhenu, who can fulfill all wishes of devotees and was given to the sages. The third thing came out is a divine horse named Uchchaishravasa. The demon king Bali accepted it. The fourth one was the great elephant Airavadam, which was white in color and has 4 tusks. Devendra took it. Now, this story starts with Airavada crushing the garland. Hope this may be another Airavadam. Then emerged a special gemstone called Kaustubham. Lord Vishnu took it as his locket. After that, the celestial tree Parijadam emerged. Devas took it. Then a beautiful woman named Tara emerged out of the ocean. Demon king Bali accepted her as his consort. After that came many nymphs and a divine tree Kalpataru. They were all taken by the Devas. Kalpataru can make your imaginations materialize. Then came goddess Varuni, lord of the ocean. Varuna made her his consort. Another version says she is goddess of wine and is accepted by demons. But from the name itself, it is clear that she is consort of Varuna. Then an ugly looking lady called Jeshta emerged out from the ocean. Considered to be an ill omen, nobody was willing to accept her. Finally, Lord Vishnu offered her some places to stay. She was allowed to stay at liquor shops, hideouts of thieves, on the face of cow, and houses where there is no cleaning. Soon after that, it was arrival of goddess Lakshmi Devi, who appeared with a wedding garland in her hands. The complete universe witnessed that glorious moment when she slowly walked out, came forward, and put the garland on Lord Vishnu's neck. All sages, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Yakshas, Kinnaras, gods, and demigods all assembled in the sky and offered their prayers to bless the couple and celebrated that moment. Finally, Dhanvantari Murti, Lord of Medicines, emerged with the golden pot of nectar. This is the 13th avatara of Lord Vishnu. The demons saw it first and they snatched the pot and ran away. The Devas saw this and pleaded to Lord Vishnu for help. Immediately, Lord Vishnu took the form of the most beautiful Jaganmohini and appeared in front of the demons. The 14th avatara of Lord Vishnu is this. This incarnation of Lord Vishnu as Mohini encapsulated the ultimate beauty. Attracted at the beauty of Mohini, each and every demon wished to marry her and expressed their desire to do so. However, Mohini told that she can marry only one of them and laid out a condition for it. She asked the demons to sit down with their eyes closed and mouth open. She said she would go ahead and serve the nectar to all of them, and the last one to open the eyes could marry her. They all agreed to the proposal and sat down with open mouth and closed eyes. At this time, the Lord brought the pot of nectar and served it to the Devas, who were then relieved from their original curse from sage Durvasa. Meanwhile, after waiting for a long time, one demon named Swalbhanu, also known as Vigundan or Rahu, decided to open his eyes and saw that Mohini was serving nectar to the Devas. Immediately, he assumed the form of a Deva and sat along with the Devas. The sun and moon deity guarding the site identified the demon and immediately alarmed the Lord about the demon. But by that time, Mohini had touched the spoon of nectar on the demon's mouth. Reacting immediately, Lord Vishnu chopped the demon's head with his divine disc Sudarshanam. Since the nectar had touched the mouth, the head became immortal and the body hanged down. The head of that demon is Rahu and the hanging body is known as Kedu. He goes around swallowing the sun and moon as a revenge. Since he had only head, after swallowing they will come out in some time, resulting in solar eclipse and lunar eclipses. Now, let us see how this story is symbolic in human life. The ocean of milk represents our mind. Our thoughts are very vast and deep like an ocean. It contains various cultures like the creatures in the ocean. All our thoughts are connected with Rajogunam, Sattvagunam and Tamogunam. People with Rajogunam are always restless and wants to conquer more and more. They have competitive spirit and are addicted to diversified activities. They lose track of their self-duties, such as to find time for children, old age parents, relatives, social life, etc. They are mostly self-centered. Sattvagunam is an optimum limit of Rajogunam. People with Sattvagunam love to work, but do not run behind physical rewards. They are detached individuals who work with devotion. The only problem is that they may become proud of their knowledge. Tamogunam is the tendency of an individual to avoid work, not to work hard, to be contented in whatever is available. They are lazy in both physical actions as well as analyzing problems logically. They are not interested in hard work even if they get rewards. Most of the people are traditionally contented and lazy. The mind is full of thoughts and deeds which are good, bad, ugly, or even best as that of things contained in the ocean of milk. Keeping Mount Mandara in the ocean shows bringing wisdom in our mind. Vasugi, the rope, represents the Nama Sankirtanam, prayers. With regular prayers, we can churn the mind and thoughts. Snake also represents prana. The air of life is prayers. These regular prayers will slowly convert our tamoguna to rajoguna and finally it will be merged into sattoguna. So what we need is breath control, pranayama and prayers. Now, let us see who is churning the ocean. The Devas and the demons. They cannot do it alone. Each one of us are having both demonic and divine thoughts. We have confidence and fear. We possess positive and negative thoughts. We have good and bad thoughts, and we have happiness and sorrow. With this, we have to churn our mind. Now, when churning started, Mount Mandara slipped down. When we start prayers, our wisdom may not be stable. Slowly, it will slip down. At that time, the merciful God comes and lifts our wisdom to higher level. This is Kurma Avadaram. Even while praying, our thoughts will not be stable. You may feel tired or sleepy. This is called Avaranam. And jumping of thoughts from one subject to another during prayers is called Vikshepam. This happens because the mind does not have a pivotal point. Just like a cattle going around to eat grass. The cattle is to be tied to a pole to set the focus for it. That is possible only with the support of the Lord. Imagine there is some milk and sugar kept in front of you. You can see it but cannot experience it. When you mix sugar with milk and drink, you can experience the sweetness, but you cannot see the sugar. Similarly, the idol we worship is visible, but we cannot experience it. When it is merged in your mind, you can experience it. This is possible only with regular breathing exercise and prayers. When it is confirmed that God is with you, your selfishness is ejected out as halahala poison. Lord Shiva drinking halahalam and freezing it means that your mind becomes pure. The selfishness is frozen. Shivam means Mangalam. Only that power can make your mind pure. The more you are closer to the God, you will lose that much of ego and selfishness. Like this, many items emerge from the ocean. All our good and evil thoughts will be ejected. When most of the materialistic things are gone, mind will be lifted the position of Amardam. That is a state of mind which is immortal. When you breathe your last, if your mind is in this state, it will be merged with the Supreme God. In short, Palali Mathanam teaches us the need of a regular, disciplined way of prayers. Thank you, and we shall come with some more incarnations in the coming part.